Joanna McFarlane, this one. She's a county artist, and many of you I know already know Joanna. And she's also a member of the Studio Tour Executive. And this is her sister, Faye, who lives in London. And Faye is a writer, and she is part of the, actually on the executive of the organization 26, which is that group of writers in UK and the Ireland that we're partnering with. And the three of us had the marvelous opportunity to organize this, both here and across the Atlantic. So we've been back and forth many times. Virtually. So we got talking about what was happening with the studio tour, and Faye was telling us about what was happening with 26. And before you know it, we came up with this idea of a partnership between the county artists and the UK and Ireland writers. So, in very short order, 26 artists and 26 writers got excited and signed up to be part of the project within days of us putting it out to them. Joanna and I in Wellington and Faye in London got our glasses of wine, signed on to Skype.
Most important.
Yes, signed on to Skype so we could see each other and make this very official.
It was early in the evening for them, but it was late for me.
And we drew names out of hats to match up the partners and the artists and the writers. Then the artists got busy creating their work, and the writers waited. We sent digital images of all the art over to each of the writers. They got their one partner's art. And then it was the time for the writers to do their job. So the UK and Ireland writers created their cess tubes in response to the art. And Faye had a whole set of editors that made sure that each piece was exactly 62 words, 26 in reverse. So here we are, 6 months later, sharing this all with you. I'm going to call on Faye, and she's going to try and yell and tell you some of the things that have been happening in UK and Ireland.
I just want to say something about why we called it Atlantic Crossings. For me, and in my experience, the reason artists do what artists do, and why writers write what writers write, is because they want to make a connection. They want to make a connection with themselves and their work, and then they want to make a connection with their viewers and their readers. What is most important of all the 26 projects that we have done, and 26 has been going for about 10 years with about 3 projects each year, so there's about 30 projects that we've done. It's always been about connection, and there's always been a magic point where you think, this is not going to happen, will it connect? And it always does, because it's about people, talking to, listening to, looking at other people. So when Joanna and I were saying, what are we going to call this? We discussed and said, okay, what is it that unites us? What is it that keeps us together? It's not the fact that we're sisters. It's not the fact that, we're from the same family. It's not the fact that, we both come from Canada. But we hummed and hawed, and we couldn't think, what is it that's going to bring writers and artists together? So we did the opposite, and we said, okay, there's always a creative challenge to say, well, if it isn't this, what isn't it? And we said, what is it that divides us? What is it that separates us? And of course, it's an ocean. It's the Atlantic Ocean. And yet, in all the years that I've lived in the UK and that Joanna has traveled, and the number of times we've looked at the contrails in the sky, it's 26 Atlantic crossings. And that's the name of the project, and that's why we've got 52 very creative people who have produced this magic. So thank you very much.
Thank you.